What's going on, guys? Not So Superman here, back with the first video of 2022. So, as a lot of you guys may know, yesterday was my most recent powerlifting competition, or meet, if you will. I've been training for this for a long time. I'm talking about it on stream. If you watch my streams, if you watch the videos, you knew that I've been talking about this for a long time now. Unfortunately, I'm sad to say, it did not go how I wanted it to go, but it was an event. I showed up. I left. I can proudly say that I left everything on the platform. I left everything that I had on the platform, and so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm not happy with the weights. I only got 1 out of my 3 attempts, and I did deadlift only. But you guys will see that in the videos. So today I'm gonna do a little bit of a different style of video for this, because usually what I would do is just record external bits and plug them in and then show you guys the clips, but I'm not going to do that today. What I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to play the clip and I'm going to talk in real time over the clip. Now, disclaimer, there is copyrighted music in the background, so you're not going to have any sound, which is probably good, because when one of the clips I cuss, but it is what it is. And I'm going to play the clips, I'm going to talk over the clips, I'm going to explain what was going through my mind, what happened, and yeah, let's hop into it. Alright, so this is the very first clip. This is the very first attempt. So I was doing deadlift only this meet, which means that I didn't have to do the squat or the bench, and I didn't have to show up until like, I think we got there at like 1 or 2. Didn't start deadlifting for quite a while, but I think, honestly, mentally, that kind of threw me off, because I'm so used to doing full power meets. I'm used to doing meets where I'm doing squat, bench, and deadlift. So I'm there, you know, from the early morning, which, granted, is a hassle, but I think mentality-wise, it actually helps me get in the zone of, like, I'm here to put in the work. With showing up a little bit later in the day, it was kind of like I was relaxed throughout the day. I got to sleep in a little bit, I got to eat, and so to me, it didn't feel like a competition day. It felt like more of a normal, just, you know, go to the gym and hit a couple of deadlifts day, honestly. But let's play this clip. This was the opening attempt. This was 496 pounds or 220 kilos. Good lift, but, you know, the only lift that I got. So let's go ahead and play this clip. Okay, so this is first attempt. I'm walking through, you know, I got all my friends in the back over here. They're helping me out, cheering me on. I would play the sound for it, but I can't because copyrighted music. So we can see here, I set up. Now, I kind of rushed it a little bit. I was, you know, I got the first attempt jitters. But, all in all, let's finish this off. It moved pretty well. You know, came off the ground good, locked it out good, put it back down. Not a bad attempt. Here's where shit gets fucky. Here's where it takes a turn. Okay, so first attempt was 220 kilos, 496 pounds. For my second attempt, I jumped up to 240 kilos, 530 pounds, which theoretically in training I've hit. Based on the projected numbers that I've already done, 530 should have been around 90 percentile, maybe 92.5, a little bit over. So this is where shit takes a turn for the worst. Okay, so I set up like normal. I get in front of the bar, I do my little routine. I get in, I pull the bar in, make sure everything is nice and tight, lock my lats, sit into it, grab the bar, and I begin the pull. Now, it comes off the ground really painfully slow. This is where I fucked up, okay? So I was a little bit off balance. So you can see my shoulders are a little bit in front of the bar, and what that's doing is it's leaning me forward and not allowing me to utilize my leverages properly. Meaning I can't push my hips through to lock out the weight. So here, the lift was already doomed. What I should have done was drop the weight, save my strength, and come back with better technique for third attempt. Here's what I didn't fucking do. What I didn't do is drop the weight, save some strength, and come back for the third attempt. What I did was fucking ego it, decide to try to fight the weight through a bad lift, knowing it was going to be a bad lift, with the referees screaming down, telling me to put the weight down. I refused to listen, and I tried to fight through it, and I fought. So let's play this one more time. I'm going to show you guys from start to finish. Just look at how long I fight this bar through bad form and technique. To no avail, of course, just to ego it because I refuse to drop the fucking bar. Now this. I get up. Right here it dips. This is where my shoulders dip. I refuse to let it down. And I fight it. 3 seconds after the down command was... Okay, so here's where I messed up. So right here, right as I put the bar down, I stand up, and as I'm turning around, for the first time in my entire powerlifting career, in all of my competitions, I got so mad that I screamed, "Fuck," in front of an entire packed arena of fans and families. Not okay. All right, now, that's never been me. I've never done that in a competition setting. I'm very professional. You know, I try not to cuss, especially not... Because there's kids that go to these things, so I felt really bad. But, so what happened? Okay, so mentally, you guys know, if you watch my streams or my videos or anything, you guys know I've been preparing for this meet for a very long time. Right? I have been working my ass off to get here. And so when I finally got here, I think mentally I just put so much pressure onto myself to be able to hit this weight, to be able to do this, that I was not taking bad form or missteps into equation, and I attempted to just ego my way through it. So mentally I felt like this is a weight that I had to hit or die trying, which is sometimes a good attitude to have, but in situations like this where I still had another attempt left... Now granted, if this was a third attempt, that would have been okay, because there's no... attempt after that. It would have been fine. This is a second attempt. This is halfway through. I still had an attempt left to come back and recover. Did not take that into consideration. Decided to try to ego my way through it, hold the bar, and failed. So when it came time for my third attempt, I was so drained that I set up, I got into my position, and the bar did not even leave the ground. Or no, it left the ground by like an inch, but, I was so drained at this point that, there was no coming back. So, all of that being said, it was a learning experience for sure. Okay, so I did enjoy doing deadlift only, but it's a completely different mentality from what I'm used to, because I'm so used to doing a standard, full power powerlifting meet, that I didn't take into account how mentally ready I would have to be to just show up late, make this feel like just another workout, while at the same time getting myself into that competition mindset. If you've ever competed in anything, if you've ever played, an athletic event where you're in front of a crowd, you know that practice and scrimmages and things like that, and doing the actual, live game, live event in front of the crowd, in front of the stage, are two completely different experiences. And I think that's what kind of got me here. Showing up to an event where it's deadlift only, it's the lift that I'm most comfortable with, it's the lift that I know for a fact that I'm strongest with. I showed up late, I had to sleep in, and so I think what happened was I got too lazy. Then I tried to overcompensate by going in the completely opposite direction. I decided to ego through my second attempt because I was just trying so hard to get it up. Even if it was going to be a bad lift, I wanted to mentally lock it in. I didn't, and then it just fumbled everything from there. Either way, we're not stopping here. As you guys know, that's not who I am. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue to train. For sure, I'm going to take some time off of powerlifting. I'm going to take some time to just recover, rest up, and I think through this comp rep block, this has definitely been the hardest block, for sure. Hardest block to get through, just because of the sheer amount of weights that I was moving. I was deadlifting 3 times a week. I was moving heavy weights on those deadlifts too, and my nervous system, I think, just crashed right at the end of the block. And so like the last 2 weeks of training just felt like absolute ass. I have blisters all over my hands. Everything just kind of like wore me down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some time off. I'm just going to work out, focus on just a normal general state of fitness, not so much powerlifting. And then hopefully for my next meet, we'll come back, we'll do another deadlift only, or maybe even a push-pull, just to get myself in that competition mindset. And hopefully lock in that state record. Keep in mind, though, I did find out that in the deadlift only division, in my weight class, 90 kilograms, men's open raw, drug tested, there are absolutely no records. So technically today I did put a record down on the board. It's not official because this was a non-tested meet. However, if I were to do the same thing, that 496, even my opener, would be considered a state record. So, you know, you win some, you learn some. It is what it is. Going forward, you know, it's a new year, new me, the typical cliche, but that being said, thank you guys for all the support. I wanted to do a little bit of a different video style today just to, you know, kind of sit down and talk through the lifts and go through my mentality and what I was feeling. If you guys like this kind of style of me talking about my lifts, let me know in the comments below. And if you want to see more things like this. I'm going to plan on doing some fitness streams now that I'm not so much held down by my powerlifting programming. I have a little bit more leeway in my workouts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start probably streaming just some of my normal everyday workouts in off season, just to, you know, show you guys what I do on a day-to-day whenever I'm not in this competition mindset, grind set. That being said, look forward to more streams, some more gaming. We do a little bit of gaming and a little bit of trolling. As always, if you're new here, drop a like, drop a comment, and drop the fattest D on my subscribe button. And if you don't like what you see, watch it again. Tell a friend. Love you guys. Live hard, live fast, smoke grass, and lift some heavy-ass weights, drink some water, stay healthy, eat good, and I will see you guys on the next video. Peace out.